Hey guys, and welcome to the Working Money channel. So who's worried about their crypto investment today? It's been a few weeks now, and after we saw a high of Bitcoin going to about 14,000, we saw a sharp decline. It went back down to 10,000, then it went back up, giving a lot of people some hope, reaching about 13,200 approximately, 13,200 up here, and then came crashing right back down again to this $10,000 mark, which I had predicted it would, and now it's making its way back up. We will see if it'll continue to rise. A lot of people in the space are getting really upset, especially with their XRP investment, because we were trading at about 29 cents yesterday, and this is on the hourly, by the way. I'll go to the daily real quick here, and I've got some lines on the charts, and I'm going to talk a little bit about this. Especially because we hadn't seen 29 cents since the early part of this year. This is kind of the bottom for XRP. I found that a lot of XRP investors were putting in buy orders at about 29 cents, and so it moved back up from there. Right now it's trading at about 31.3, so 0.313 cents. But we'll get to that in a second. I wanted to talk about this market and despite your fears, why you shouldn't be worried. Now again, guys, this is not financial advice. I do this every day, okay? I'm looking at these charts all the time. Some of you guys are gonna get this, and many of you guys are still going to yell and scream and complain in the comments section. And to be quite honest, you guys are probably upset because you have invested more than you can afford to lose. You thought you were gonna be rich sooner rather than later, and it's getting on your nerves. Well, guys, I always tell you, do not put in more than you can afford to A, lose, or B, lock away for a long period of time, because ultimately we do not know when this crypto market is going to explode. In my opinion, it has already exploded. Okay, despite the sea of red that we see sometimes, some days, we also see seas of green. And the fact is, and I think that this has actually been scientifically proven, on the down days, we feel it a lot harder than the up days. The up days, the euphoria kicks in. We feel good, we feel confident, but ultimately, it's the down days that really hit us the hardest. The gains don't ever feel as good as the losses do negatively, if that makes sense, if you can wrap your head around that. I don't know if I said that right. So let's see what the pros say here. Peter Brandt bets on a parabolic rise for Bitcoin. So ultimately, talking about this pattern here, this chart, and he does still see a bullish Bitcoin despite the losses that we've seen in this micro term. Okay, I'm just synopsizing this for you guys. Some traders have said, well, you've said this numerous times, the parabolic rise was going to happen here, and then it was going to happen here, and then it was going to happen here, for those of you guys who are not watching the screen. There are a few lines denoting a parabolic rise, and as the trend continued forward, that line moved over and over and over. What I can tell you guys, based on my knowledge on trading, is that we are still in good shape, guys, because if you look at the trend, we are still making higher lows. Despite what the chart shows us in this micro term, okay, on the daily, we are still making higher lows. We're still moving upward. This level of $10,000 for Bitcoin has been proven now to be a strong level of support. Traders are feeling like they're getting a good bang for their buck if they can buy Bitcoin under 10,000, and so enough of them are in order to make the price rebound back up above 10,000. And I know, a lot of you guys do not trade Bitcoin. You do not care about Bitcoin's rebound. You could care less about what Bitcoin is doing because you're invested in something else, possibly XRP, possibly a different coin. But if you guys notice something, all the other coins tend to, with a few exceptions here or there. Boy, did I get blasted for dismissing Icon Coin yesterday in the comments section. Yeah, I still don't know what it is, nor do I care. Icon Coin down 34% today, lower than most of the rest of the space. So for all you Icon hodlers, Guys, the fact of the matter is I can't research every single coin on this list, so there are definitely going to be coins that I do not know a lot about. And come on, guys, if there's something worth knowing about, tell me about it in the comments. I'm always willing to learn and open my mind to new projects. Okay, just as a sidebar. But going back to what I was talking about, if you hold anything other than Bitcoin, you are at the mercy of Bitcoin, plain and simple. Okay, so for XRP, you know, I get it. You know, you're upset. It hit 29 cents approximately before rebounding back up. We saw all these gains and then a huge decline. Okay, XRP topped out at about 50.5 cents, you know, just back on June 22nd, less than a month ago. And then we saw a cascade down, you know, price declining and declining and declining. So this was June 22nd, and today we're July 15th. Let's go back to Bitcoin. June 22nd is here. 22nd. Okay. So June 22nd is here. We did see a bit of an increase up and then down and then up and then down. The point I'm trying to make here, guys, is that these aren't perfect congruent patterns. We're not going to see these coins trading in perfect synchronization, but ultimately the sentiment of the market is led by Bitcoin, and we are seeing this in other coins. So when I look at other coins and, you know, I go to Tron, just look at the pattern on the chart. Just focus on the pattern, okay? Here, I'm trying to point at my computer screen. You guys can't see my hand. Look at the pattern here. Okay, just focus your eyes on the pattern. Okay, it's the exact same pattern, right? Okay, do you even know what coins I'm even typing in here? Okay, I'm not even telling you. It doesn't matter. The point is, it's all the same pattern. Everybody saw a decline here, and so this is what we have to remember. Does it mean that the fundamentals have changed? I'm on XRP by the daily now, by the way. No, they have not. Okay, John McAfee says, and I know this guy's a bit of an odd character, but he's got a point here. Bitcoin is at the mid-10s and people worry. LMFAO, why do you pay attention to weekly fluctuations? Look at the past few months. FFS, it's rising drastically. I'm positive about my $1 million BTC price by the end of 2020. Altcoins like MTC and Apollo will rise 10 times more. Fine, but I'm sure you guys know about his $1 million BTC prediction. He did revise it. Ultimately, he said that he would eat his manhood on television if BTC didn't hit that price by 2020. I will link the article in the description here if you guys want to read it. And so this article was published by CCN, the best crypto industry reaction to Trump's Bitcoin bashing tweet. And so they post some tweets from prominent characters in the cryptocurrency space. CZ Binance, you mean this isn't yours? But puts a link to Trump coin. Little description down here. Trump coin actually spiked after Donald Trump's Bitcoin tweet yesterday. It's up 12% now. It actually has a market cap of 23 BTC. That's kind of funny. Achievement unlocked from Brian Armstrong. I dreamt about a sitting U.S. president needing to respond to growing cryptocurrency usage years ago. First they ignore you, then they laugh at you, then they fight you, then you win. Justin Sun, Mr. President, you are misled by fake news. Bitcoin and blockchain happens to be the best chance for United States. That he invites him to his lunch with Warren Buffett. Bringing people together, Barry Silbert. Who would have thought that the one thing that could unite the left and right, Bitcoin maximalists and SHIT coiners, crypto investors, and gold bugs was President Trump? Bullish, Jeremy Allaire, and then Gemini. So there are a few people here prominent in the crypto space commenting on Donald Trump's tweet, reacting to that. So I think it did have an influence. A lot of people did notice, as people do when Donald Trump tweets about things. The thing I wanted to show you, and a bit of a silver lining with XRP, even with the trading that we're seeing right now, you know, the price fluctuations and what seems to be, you know, one step forward, two steps back. It doesn't seem like we're making any progress here. But guys, take a look at this for a second. XRP, we're finding that XRP is finding its bottom at around 30 cents. Anything under 30, we are finding that buyers are buying back up. Okay, give or take. I say 30 cents, but it's really in a zone of roughly, let's say 28.5 to approximately 31.1. Okay, I just kind of demarcated that zone here. Okay, I'm going to just draw out a bit of a, just to kind of show you guys what I mean here. So this is kind of the zone I'm looking at here, okay? So that's the bottom. Let's call it anything under 30 cents because people find, and this is a psychological thing, right? People are finding that, oh, it's a good deal if it's under 30 cents, and so I will buy. And so we see price tend to pop. Once it gets too far down into that range, it tends to pop and go back up. You know, price goes back up because demand goes up. Okay, and at the high end, we're seeing the same thing. We're seeing that, with the exception of some outliers here or there, we're seeing the price. I won't take this in account because this was around the time that XRP was released, but we'll go over here, and we're seeing that in this zone here. This is kind of where we see it kind of top out, pop before it goes back down and then up again, and that is between the 44.7 and 47.3 range. Okay, so anywhere in there, and we tend to see demand zones occurring at the bottom and supply zones occurring at the top. Those are just interchangeable words for support and resistance. Okay, so once we're seeing anything hover under 30, we really do see it bounce back up, under 30, bounce back up, under 30, bounce back up again. And then we are hitting this wall here, this, like, let's call it 45 cents, the wall before it kind of goes back down. So this is kind of a channel that we're seeing XRP vacillating in. And guys, this is happening because there is no real world utility yet. We're still trading in a spec market. And despite what Bitcoin does, this is sometimes what happens before a huge breakout. I'm going to take you guys back to 2017 and show you guys. So what did I say? 30 cents and 45 cents was the bottom and the top. When you go back to 2017, okay, this level is still here, okay? This zone here is still here. We saw XRP bounce, okay, up here, come down, bounce up here, bounce up here. That is the same level from before, only this is the 30 cent level now, guys, okay? Just gonna keep it there, and down here is about 15 cents, and so 15 to 30 was where XRP was vacillating, as you guys can see, before the huge breakout of 2017. So we have made gains, whereas before, you know, we were vacillating between the 15 cent, 30 cents, 15 cents, 30 cent range. Now it's looking as if we're trading between the 30 cent and 45 cent range. So a channel of vacillation at higher price points. And I know this probably doesn't mean much for you. You guys want to see XRP moon. Like the rest of the cryptocurrency space, just remember this from XRP veteran. Flashback 8 years ago, Mt. Gox exchange hacked BTC went from $17 to almost zero in minutes. Those that have strong faith and bought those dips had strong faith in BTC. Recent XRP drops only 10 cents. And you're already worried about your investment or project. Let's put things in perspective here, guys. The fundamentals are still the same, okay? We are going to see fluctuations in this space, especially when Bitcoin corrects that much. Okay, the whole market reacts. You know, Bitcoin corrects 20, 30%, XRP corrects 50%. That's just par for the course. If you cannot handle those deep corrections, maybe you shouldn't be investing in crypto. Because quite frankly, you do not deserve 3, 4, 5, 6, 10, 20,000% gains, in my opinion. So if you want to go act like a baby, get out of my comment section and go play with your toys in the sandbox. We have to remember the space needs to mature, and we have to look to news like this. Again, just a piece of XRP news from yesterday. Ripple adoption expands as banking giant Santander launches new payment corridor. So nothing huge, but it's just more proof that the ecosystem is developing. The market will mature as we move forward. Guys, I hope I could put your mind at ease a little bit. Just hodl strong if you believe in a project and you've done your research and you've picked something great. I don't see any reason why it wouldn't succeed. That's just my opinion, but I want to hear what you guys think. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video if you like the content I'm providing. I always love hearing your comments. See you in the next one, guys.